Okay, so I just want to show you a nice, quick and easy way of recording your presentations. So this is useful if you're kind of preparing a student presentation of some kind of, you've given an assignment, you have to give a PowerPoint presentation or something like that. And it's a useful thing to record your presentation so you can listen back to it. Okay, so this is important. To give you basically some self-assessment of how well you're doing your recording. Okay, and there are lots of programs which you can use to record yourself and slides at the same time. So the one I'm using now is a program called XSplit, but I'm going to show you a way of doing it just within PowerPoint. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here is, so this is I've got a presentation here that I've prepared in PowerPoint. Got lots and lots of slides in it, all very interesting on geochemical techniques. That's kind of not really relevant, but all you need to record this is PowerPoint and a webcam. Okay, so this will record the timing of the slides and your voice. Okay, which is all you really need if you're just rehearsing and doing a bit of a self-assessment of how well your words link up with your slides and kind of your speech continuation. So this is kind of a good example. I'm not being very fluent with my speech because I haven't really practiced this presentation. Okay, so the first thing to notice is that when you usually start a PowerPoint presentation, you might click up here and say start from the beginning, or you might click down here. Okay, to start the slideshow, and that will bring up your slides in a presentation like this. But we're not gonna do it that way. So the thing we're going to do is we're going to just escape out of that presentation. Is to, instead of just playing the slideshow, we're going to record slideshows. So that's this button here. So usually you might start with in the home menu at the top here. So you need to go across to slideshow. Click on record slideshow, okay? And the key thing here is that if you have a webcam installed or plugged in, just a USB webcam will do, okay, you'll be given this option here of recording the slide timings, but also the narrations, okay? And also actually recording the laser pointer. So we'll just quickly show you that as well. Okay, so you click start recording, okay? And then let's go across here so you can see. Okay, so you can see now we're in the presentation, and as we kind of click through to maybe the next slide, okay, we bring up the next slide, and it's recording these timings of transitions and also recording your voice as we go. I hope. So what we're going to do now is just quickly show you that you can see I'm moving the mouse pointer around. Okay, and sometimes people use that as instead of an actual laser pointer. But if you're recording a lecture or a short talk which you're going to send to somebody, which kind of I quite often do, recording short snippets before lectures and after lectures, you have to use the laser pointer. So you can find that if you right-click on anywhere on your PowerPoint presentation, go to pointer options and get yourself a laser pointer. And that gives you this little red dot, and the position of this red dot will be recorded with the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, just go back and get rid of that. So we don't have that anymore. You can get that by control and left clicking. Okay, it gives you the same effect. Okay, but I find when you do this, you do risk accidentally clicking onto the next slide. Okay, because I didn't click control and left click just at the same time. So I left clicked a bit soon and I skipped on to the next slide. So the important thing you need to remember when doing this in PowerPoint is that it'll record the narrations for each slide as you progress through the PowerPoint presentation. But if you were to go back a slide, okay, it's now deleted all of the timings and the pointer and the narrations for this slide have now been deleted. Okay, and it'll start recording again when it flicks back to it. So if you're practicing, it's a good idea to think about the order of slides you want to do, and don't flick back a slide. It's kind of bad practice anyway. It kind of stops that logical flow of one idea to another in any presentation. Okay, so just as a heads up, if you flip back to the beginning and then start going through again, it'll overwrite everything you've done. Okay, so if we go back now to go back now to go back to the PowerPoint now. So we've basically, if we've stopped recording now, okay, you'll notice that now our PowerPoint presentation has these kind of little do-reads in the bottom. Okay, so if we then go back to the beginning of our PowerPoint slide, now instead of recording a slideshow now, if we wanted to listen back to what we've just said, we can just go and play that slideshow from the beginning. Okay, and we play it from the beginning. And then you might be able to hear it's replaying my kind of dulcet tones voice in the background now. Okay, and you should hopefully see in a bit the laser pointer start to appear on the slide here. Actually, no, because I went back, it deleted it. So anyway, so you can do that if you want. Okay. Now this is a really good way of reviewing and seeing how you've your presentation is built, put together. Make sure that your text matches with the slides, not your text, your speech matches with the slides. So I recommend that you kind of like do this. Okay, if you wanted to save your presentation and upload it to the internet, thing to do here. Oh, I've just flicked onto the next slide because I'm still playing that presentation. If you wanted to save your presentation to YouTube or something like that. So at the moment it's just as a PowerPoint file, and that's fine. You can listen back to the speech in sync with the slides, just to rehearse your presentation, and that's fine. But if you wanted to upload it to a site like YouTube, you can do that. It's very simple. You just go to File, Save As, go to the folder that you're saving this example in. And instead of saving as here, PowerPoint presentation, if you just save it as MPEG-4 video. Okay, and you can save that. It'll save it as a video file, which you can then upload to YouTube. I would make a note that basically this process takes forever. This is a really slow process. I have no idea why Microsoft PowerPoint is so slow in converting its PowerPoint files into video files. It can take many hours. So if you're planning on doing this, check the whole video is okay in PowerPoint first, and then set it to save out. You can see the progress bar here is being glacially slow. You can set that to basically convert as you go to lunch or kind of go away and do something else on your computer, do some work or something like that. Okay, so that's that. One more thing I wanted to point out is that sometimes when you do this, the sound quality can get a little bit kind of messed up. You get this kind of like garbled sound when you go onto a new slide, or after a while it's been recording for a while. And this is mostly because your computer is too slow, or you have too many other applications open, and basically the recording of the sound can't keep up with the rate of data that's being supplied from your microphone and your webcam. So the solution to this is, if this is a problem for you, is to go down here to the control panel, go to the start menu, control panel, and then find the sound button, and that brings up this kind of window here, and this kind of lists your speakers, but you want to go into recording. Okay, so I've got 2 microphones plugged in at the moment. Just I'm a crazy guy. So these might be kind of recording in too good a sound quality and too much of a high bit rate, and that's kind of overloading the capacity of Microsoft to kind of register what's being recorded. So what you do is you go into the microphone that you're using, okay, click on Properties, and then the key thing is go into Advanced, and then you can choose the quality of the recording. So I've got it on DVD quality. It's maybe a little bit high for YouTube videos, so I might change that to a lower quality, and then the sound quality is less likely to be messed up. Okay, let's get rid of that. Cancel that. Okay, So hopefully this this has been a useful kind of instructional video for you. Let's go back to me. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Hopefully this has been useful. If not, then what can we do? Hey. Okay. So yeah. This is it. Record your presentations. Listen to them back. It'll help you give a more polished performance when you're actually doing an assessed presentation or giving a lecture or whatnot. Okie dokie.